Chatting to Alan Greeff about his upcoming runners on Friday, and he will get started in race 1, which is the Work Riders Maiden Plate, with Emily Spirit. And Alan, 6 runs, 5 seconds. You've got to think she's going to crack it sometime soon.
Yeah, morning to chilly Port Elizabeth. Yeah, she's really been unlucky. Second is her favourite place at the moment, and she's well overdue to win a race, and hopefully Friday will be the day for her.
She does take on older, but she's certainly one to keep an eye on. Her form, as I said, 5 seconds, 6 runs, yeah, she's in form. In race 2, Lady Hawk next up, and she's always earning.
Yeah, she's always earning, beating around the bush there, and she'll be doing her best work late. She's also one of those fillies that's always just in the money, and although she's raced quite a few times, she's improved with each run lately.
On to race 3, where Demi and Horsey will meet again.
Yeah, well, there's not much that separate these two. Demi's improving, he's a lanky horse, and he's been quite green in his first 2 starts, and I think he'll be better for it. He's also going over 1,200 metres. Saying that, I think Horsey would have preferred the 1,200 metres in his first start. He was finishing off his race late, and I thought he ran a good race in his opening run here in the Eastern Cape.
Moving on to race 4, and here Global Beat will be stepping up to try the mile.
Yeah, he's had 2 sprints. He's improved with each run, and he's a big horse. I've always believed that he wants more ground, and he's now trying a mile from a draw 1.
In race 5, we'll see Sugar Snap and Wildest Dreams. The fairer sex take on male opposition, but they're both in decent form. And Alan, I get the feeling they're both going to enjoy the 2,000 on grass.
Yes, this unfortunately isn't a fillies race for them right away, and they're getting their allowance, and they definitely both want a bit of ground, and both were finishing off their races well last time.
Next up, race 6, Vedafortura, and he came from a long way back last time out, and Alan, unfortunately not drawn too well again here.
Yeah, he's been an unlucky horse as far as draw goes, but I thought he's been unlucky in his 2 starts on the poly, where he hasn't been able to get the best of runs. First time out he got badly interfered with and was actually promoted from 3rd to 2nd by the stewards. The next time he just found himself out of his ground on the poly and was running on. It's a nice long straight, and hopefully that should be the undoing of his bad luck.
Will be good to see him on grass. Race 7, the feature of the afternoon, of course, our stayers feature, the listed PE Gold Cup. And here, Barack will step out. He had a good prep, running well over shorter last time out, and he'll be joined by Miss Orange.
Yeah, I was happy with Barack's first run here, and he ran on nicely. Was 8.5 lengths back at the 400 and finished off 4 lengths on the distance, I think, short of his best. So I've added the blinkers on, and this is not an easy race by no means, Nadine. So keep an eye on him. I think he'll be doing his best work late. He has shown that he can go the distance in Gauteng. And Miss Orange, she's a filly that's shown that she can do the distance. She's carrying a lot less now than she has for a long time, and she's run a decent race over this type of distance, but she's also going to be heading off to stud pretty shortly.
In race 8, 3 runners step out, and they'll be Dantaras and Travel Master, who will both start for the first time. And this very busy fellow will be joining them. That's Picture the Moment, and he's run 3 fair races so far in the Eastern Cape.
Yeah, Dantaras is having her first run here in the Eastern Cape, and a little bit short of her best, and I think she'll be doing her best work late. Travel Master, nice horse, and I've seen that his form in Cape Town has really been over a little bit less, the 1100s and the 1000s, but working well, and I think he'll run a nice sort of race. Picture the Moment, this chap here behind. He hasn't been far off. We've brought him back in distance, and I think we'll see the best of him late in the race.
Next up, to finish for the yard in race 9, will be the 3 runners, Uswaya, who starts for the first time, Question the Stars, and Paulie, both of whom will be having their post-maiden runs.
Yeah, Uswaya is having his first run, definitely a bit short for him. He's a nice big horse, and we'll start him off on a sprint and build him up. So I think he'll be in need of this run, and we'll see some improvement thereafter. Paulie won a nice maiden first time out here in the Eastern Cape, and I think he can hold his own likewise Question the Stars. We brought him back from a 1400 back to a 1200. It was on Polly, won a good race, and I think he could be finishing in the money.
There you have it. Thanks to Alan.